Hey guys, it's Nicole, and I'm back with September's video for the monthly celebration series that I'm doing in collaboration with Grace Tolman here on YouTube. My video is obviously very late this month. Life sort of got in the way, and then September was sort of something that I was having a hard time coming up with, I guess, what I wanted to share with you guys as far as celebration ideas. Pretty much, we only have my husband's birthday in September and then maybe just random things throughout the month, and I just wasn't really I was having a hard time kind of figuring out what I wanted to do. And I was sorting through some of my scrapbook generation kits that I had already taken pre-printed photos and matched them with, in the hopes that later, at some time I'd pull them back out and sort of make those photos work for those kits. And I saw that there was a birthday kit from one of the Boy Crazy subscriptions, and there was photos from my husband's birthday. Now these are old photos. This was his 21st birthday, I believe, and I had just shoved those photos in there, and so I decided to just go ahead and make it work. Typically when I do the kits from Scrapbook Generation, I will edit my photos to fit their sketch. And these were photos that I had printed either years ago, or my mother-in-law may have printed them and given them to me. But they were sitting in my box of photos, and I've been trying to occasionally pull photos from there and sort of force myself to use them. So that was sort of what I decided to go with this month. Like, yes, it is a pre-designed kit, but for September, this is what we celebrate. We don't have a lot of major I don't think there is a major holiday in September besides Labor Day, but we don't really do anything for Labor Day. And the only thing that happened in September, at least for us so far, was my daughter started preschool, but she started a week ago. So I really hadn't come up with what I wanted to do with the photos that I had taken of her on the first day of school. So, like I said, I just kind of went with this because I knew it would be quick and easy, and it is something that my particular family celebrates every September. This birthday, like I said, this was his 21st, and because he was turning 21, his parents thought that it would be funny to get him like a kid's cake. So they got him a SpongeBob SquarePants cake for his birthday, and then with him being 21, they gave him his first handgun, because here you have to be 21 in order to own and be registered with a handgun. So it was kind of, I think that was the added fun factor of why they had gotten him a kid's cake, because he was getting an adult gift and a kid's cake and stuff. And I was kind of glad that I was getting one set of photos done and in my album from before we had kids, mostly just because I didn't scrap a lot before we had kids. I would shop a lot, so I don't really have a lot of stuff in albums that I can show my kids. This is stuff that we did before we had you guys, and we didn't have kids until we'd been married 8 or 9 years. So there's a ton of stuff that I should be working on, but I don't know, I find it's obviously more fun to work on photos of your kids. And like I had said before, these were pre-printed 4x6 photos that I just stuck in this kit. Typically, I like to edit my photos so that they will specifically fit those sizes, and I can zoom in on certain areas, I can crop stuff out on my computer, and then send them to print where they're just ready to go. For this one, I had to kind of figure out, okay, which photos did I absolutely want to use? Were there any that I was just going to go ahead and toss because I didn't feel like I needed to have them? And then I didn't have any landscape 6x4 photos to use on this left page, so I cropped down to the only 2 pictures I had that I could get them down to a 3x4 and just make them into a 4x6 collage. And I'm going to realize later that I wasn't really paying much attention to the sample photo, and I actually flipped the title card and the photos, and this is where I figured it out, because I was trying to figure out where to put that sticker. And it was fine. I was going with it. It's one of those things where there's layouts that I enjoy taking a couple days and getting them done and doing a bunch of stuff on, and then there's layouts where I'm sort of in this mood, and maybe it's the photos I'm using or the topic that I'm on or different reasons why. But sometimes I just want to get the photos done, checked off my list of stuff that I need to get done. And for me, pre-designed kits like this is sort of the way to go. I feel like I wouldn't get much done if I was coming up with ideas on my own constantly, because I'm very slow when I'm sort of doing something from scratch in my own design. If I am doing a kit or even following a sketch, it's much faster for me and I feel like I'm getting more done. I'll be posting a video soon of, you'll see just how many layouts I needed to get put in albums. It was getting ridiculous. So probably the next video that I post will be organizing those and getting those put away. So here, there wasn't a whole lot of embellishing as far as the kit had explained. I just kind of followed the picture as far as where they had everything going. And then the only thing that I decided to add was I just put some enamel dots just to kind of fill in those spaces around the layout that I felt like there needed to be something there. And then I just stamped the year because I have no idea if we actually celebrated on his birthday or if it was a little bit later. So as always, thank you for stopping by and watching. Be sure to check the description box below to get the link for Grace's video. Unless you already subscribed to her, you probably already saw it. And I'll put a link below to her blog entry as well. And I will catch you guys next month for the next installment of the Monthly Celebrations video series.